Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to tonight's coverage of the BMRL Xfinity Series, only on Extreme. Crap, I about did it. On the BMRL Network. In the booth with me tonight, I have got the one and only Dustin Hardy. You got me, Dustin?
Yes, sir. Ready to get this on.
I can't believe it took me 3 weeks now to almost mess up the intro like that.
I was waiting on that.
Well, it about happened. Well, we're getting ready to go here. It's qualifying underway right now here on the BMRL network here from Texas Motor Speedway. And boy, oh boy, are we going to have a race for you tonight, Dustin. We have already seen it in these practices. The track hot, slick, hard to grab a hold of. And these guys are going to have an absolute handful all evening.
Yes, sir. Turn 2 is going to be a culprit. You're going to see a lot of people get loose right there.
Yes, sir.
Turn 3 and 4 ain't so bad, but 1 and 2 should get you.
All right, let's take a look right now at the track temp coming in tonight, 106 degrees. Air temp only 69, Dustin. A little odd that track temp's up so high with a cooler track temp or air temp here today.
Yeah, that don't make sense, but we'll go with it.
11-mile-an-hour wind out of the west here, and trying to think which way this track's oriented. I think that's going to be a tailwind down the back and possible headwind from the front. So that can affect these race cars here tonight. But let's get ready to start and take a look at the BMRL starting grid here tonight for the Xfinity Series. On the front row, it's Chris Stouffer and Dakota Ramsdale. That's going to be your front row. Row number 2 coming up right now, Chris Cornett and old Matt Tedler. Row number 3, Jacob Denson and Mr. Brendan Bowmaker. Row number 4, Austin Hunt alongside Levi McCartney. Row number 5, Scott Phelps and Kevin Gittenberger. Row number 6, Jeffrey D. Peppers and Drew right there as well. Row number 7 tonight, Seth and Joseph Tucker. Row number 8, Charlie Harcum and Jeremiah Gibbs there as well. Row number 9, Adam F. Gardner. And row 10 is going to be Shane Haas, Cade Green. Row number 11, Anthony Bowmaker and Connor Elliott. Row number 12 tonight, Shane Cross and Mr. Stephen Douglas Hines. Row number 13, David Mayo and Jake Baker. Row number 14 here tonight, Paul Rickley and Mr. Chris Mayo. And that will round out the field of cars here tonight in Texas. 120 laps, your race distance here, Texas Motor Speedway. Are you ready, Dustin?
I'm more ready than you are, probably.
Most likely. 2 hyper people over here in the booth. This is going to be a fun night. So what's your drink of choice tonight, Dustin?
I might say that one more time.
What's your drink of choice tonight?
Good old Pepsi.
I've got a Monster Mean Bean, so I'm good to go.
Heck yeah.
Have you tried the Monster Beast yet, man?
No, I don't drink.
I think I'm going to give it a... I'll tell you what, guys. Next week, I'll show up with a Monster Beast. How about that? If we get 5 likes on the video, I will show up next week with a Monster Beast. 5 likes, and I'll do it.
We already got 5.
Oh. Okay, 8 likes.
Oh, boy.
All right, we are ready to go here. Chris out front. Man, turn number 2 going to be the problem child here tonight.
Well, really and truly, it's going to be turn number 1 on that first lap. They're going to try to sling them in there, and it's going to be cold tires, and turn 1 will bite you real quick.
Yes, sir. What about Ramsdale, Cornett? All these guys up front, Matt Tedler there as well, and Austin Hunt, Levi back here. And, of course, I'll let Dustin pull up the point standings here in a little bit, and we'll go over that and talk about that. But, man, we are getting down into the nitty-gritty of the season, buddy.
Yes, sir, we are. I'm pulling up the points now.
I am, too, as well, or attempting to. Let's see how that goes. As we get ready to go here, there we go. Don't want the IndyCar, Jesus.
So it's Austin Hunt, and they're going green now. Let's see what happens in turn 1.
We'll see what we got in turn 1 as they work their way down. Here comes the party here tonight as they work through into turn 1. This could be dangerous, turn 1, right? One car already blinking here as they work through one. Stouffer up front. Dakota Ramsdale right there side by side as they work turn one this time by.
Yes, sir. Nearly 3 wide on the back stretch going into 3.
Yeah, and that's the thing here, right? You get 2 and 3 wide, things can go wrong in a hurry.
Well, with these guys, it don't hurt you so bad because these guys they some good drivers, but you can get a good run on somebody, sling it 3 wide, and you tear up half the field.
Yes, sir. That's the way we sat here early on. So again, already figuring it out here down the back straightaway. Let's take a look at Ramsdale up front, leading right now. Cornette and Chris, your top 2 or 3 cars, right in line out of 4. Honestly, Dustin, that is a better lap number 1 than I expected we were going to have.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be at least a few of them get sideways, but they got her through there.
Austin
starting to heat up in the back though.
Yes, it is. Here we go. Cade Green right there as well. 2 by 2 down the back here. Great racing all over the racetrack right now.
Yes, sir. You got Charlie Harcum already made up a few spots coming through from the back, and you got a good bit of really fast cars in the back because of penalties this week. But I think they'll come to the front real quick.
All right, yes, they will here. 4 laps on the board. And I will make an adjustment to my data here, folks, as soon as we get a yellow, because my leaderboard is not exactly accurate with the guys in the back. For some reason, iRacing did an update, and it seems to have jacked with my data stream, but I'll get that fixed for us. As soon as we get a yellow, Matt Tedler right there alongside Dakota up front, 5 on the board.
Yes, sir. And we was talking about the points while we got a little breather right here. You got Austin Hunt out front. He's got 215 points. Chris Cornette gained 12 points after last week at 190, and Drew Prohl is a point behind him at 189. Then you got Charlie Harcum, Dakota Ramsdale, Chris Stouffer, Matt Telder, Jacob Denson, Joseph Tucker, and Devin Ramsey in the top 10 of points.
Yes, sir. It's going to be interesting here. Let's do a little bit of talk here, Dustin, while we just got a second here. What have you got coming up here, a brand new series? Want to talk about that?
Yeah, the Indy series?
Yes, sir.
It's heating up. It's getting, I think we got, let me look here real quick, but we already got a few lined up in it. Most of the guys that you see right now are in it. But I think it'll bring us a different style of driving for these guys, and I think it'll be good. I think they'll pick it up real quick, and I think it'll be great racing.
Of course, first race for IndyCar, what, July the 18th? Yes, sir, it is, over at Suzuka International.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I have a prior engagement that night. I can't make it. Wish I could. Denson back here as well. There's Levi.
Oh, we got a spinner back there. The 19, it looks like. The 12, the 29, the Chris Mayo barely makes it through.
All right, and because of the, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm not going to get a replay because of the data issue, but we'll try it. Yep, it's going to mess up. Yep. So we're going to take this opportunity. I'm going to reset the data really quick. We're going to go to commercial, Dustin, and when I come back, we'll have it all fixed up. How about that?
Yes, sir. Sounds good to me.
Kind of like Catch Me Outside Girl, right?
Hey.
Catch Me Outside. How about that? All right, we'll be back, guys. All right, back here just like that. We're back in business, folks. Dustin, first yellow of the night, 9 laps in of 120 here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, you're probably going to see some pit strategy. Some guys probably going to come get just fuel. And probably going to see some people. I would hope they wouldn't get tires because you only got 3 sets tonight. But you never know.
We'll keep an eye here at the exit of pit road as cars are on pit road. Now, Dustin, I got in the car right before the race started here tonight. The setting on pit road before you roll out, it was giving me 55 laps of fuel. On average, I don't know about you, but I find that to be off if you're just setting on pit road by a couple of laps. So I'm going to say they can go somewhere around 53, 52 here tonight, somewhere in that mix.
Well, it all depends on how you drive it too. You got some of these guys that are probably going to take it easy this first run, see how far they can go for that last stage. Then you got the ones that's going to drive hard. They're probably going to get about 48 to 50. But you probably can get about 55, 56 if you clutching it on this caution right here, and you're not driving it too hard. You're in green.
It's gonna be really wild to watch as they work their way through right on how that works out as we get ready to go back racing here in a moment. But
yeah, pit strategy is going to end up being a big thing tonight. I can almost guarantee you that.
Yeah, I think it will be as well. The pit strategy, how you play everything, going to be absolutely huge here tonight.
Yes, sir. And honestly, Austin Hunn back here, I'm surprised he's this far back.
Yeah, that's a little surprising to me as well that Austin's that far back. But he is indeed.
Yeah, well, I believe he's probably taking it easy, trying to get as much fuel as he can. Trying to save them tires.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing, right? Save your equipment, make sure it works long term here tonight. So Dakota Ramsdale leading here as we're under our first yellow here tonight in the BMRL Xfinity Series. Took us a little bit longer to get the first yellow than I thought it would, Dustin. All right, so we are ready to roll.
They should be lining them up here soon.
Yeah, they should be here pretty soon. Sorry about that. As we were talking, you didn't hear me, but I didn't have the button pushed. My bad. Anyway, Dakota out front, Stouffer there as well. Cornette going to be in the mix also.
Yes, sir. And then you got Peppers, Toter, and Pro right behind him. Pro was pretty fast last week, and he looked good in practice, so you're probably going to see him come to the front too.
Yeah, it's going to be a mix between the few cars that we do see, right, and how that works out long term here tonight.
Yeah, and like I say, you're going to see a lot of different strategies. You're going to see some of them fall back a little bit, and you're going to see some of them just drive the dog mess out of it. But we'll see at last stage who saved and who didn't.
Yeah, that's going to be the $1 million question. Who does save, who doesn't here tonight from Texas? Well, we're 12 laps in, folks, ready to go back green here in Texas Motor Speedway with Dakota Ramsdale, Chris Stouffer, and Chris Cornette, your top 3. Jacob Denson going to roll 4th. Levi McCartney going to roll off 5th for this all-important restart. What about Austin Hunn? Anthony Bowmaker, Jake Baker, Brendan Bowmaker back here a lap down as they run at the moment. But at the moment, Paul Reckley going to be in a good spot as well. Kevin Gittenberger and Dakota Ramsdale there as well. We're ready to go. 12 laps of 120 complete here tonight. We're ready to come off turn number 4. We'll fire these cars back off. Dustin Harney and Matt Nabooth ready to go once again here in Texas. Turn number 4, going to bring them down. Green flag going to fly for the second time here tonight. Dakota Ramsdale leads them off of turn 4.
Yes, sir. He got a good start off of that one, too. Let's see what happens right here in turn 1. Probably going to see some of them slinging it all 3 wide.
3 wide to the bottom of turn 1 goes Chris Cornette. He's going to try to take advantage And look at that, the car off the corner. Cornette goes straight to the front down the back straightaway.
Yes, sir. That was a power move if I ever seen one.
3 wide behind them. Watch out. The 79 nearly going to get collected in one. That's Jacob Denson. 3 wide trying to hang on, but it was Cornette with the move of the night out front.
Yes, sir. I really didn't think that was gonna fly, but he made it work. He's in demand right now.
The man with the plan out front here is a 13 back there of Stouffer trying to hold off the 83 of Dakota Ramsdale. Those two side by side at the moment. That will be for a second and third. They'll get back in the line. Down the front straightaway they come yet again. High rate of speed here at Texas. Headed for turn 1. Matt Tedler in the midst of a battle back here. Tedler going to get clear of Drew. Drew going to drop back to 8. Kevin Gittenberger as well in the mix.
Yes, sir. You see these guys get on the bottom of somebody in the corners there. They can't get that drive off, and seeing that happen, they fall back behind them.
Well, you say we hop on board with Kevin real quick, buddy. See what
Sounds
he's
good to
got going on, the race he's got tonight. You see Kevin Gittenberger right there in that number 57. Gittenberger hanging on pretty well at the moment. There he is, up to 9th. Started 10th, dropped back to 12th. Now he's starting to roll back forward there, bud.
Yes, sir. Oh, you can see him getting the wall in front of him, but yeah, he probably didn't get a good start. Fell back a couple spots. Now he's coming back. But
Great run by Kevin to move back forward. Let's look at Drew right in front. Drew, another one starting a little bit further back there, moving forward. So that's always the trick, right? Try to move forward the best you can.
Well, yeah, but also you got to think about them tires. You only got 3 sets of tires for 120 laps. You're only 17 in, and you're already seeing these guys get sideways. So if you don't save them tires, you ain't gonna be there at the end because you ain't gonna have a set of tires to finish with.
Yeah, you start getting sideways, doing things wrong. Next thing you know, the car gonna step out on you, get completely loosey-goosey. And again, once that right rear starts to heat up, that's all she wrote.
Yes, sir. You don't want to bring the tires up too early. You want to take it easy this first stage, second stage, and the third stage is where you win it at. You ain't gonna win it in this first 2.
Right, and that's always the problem, right? How do you handle these first couple of stages, and what do you do with that, right? That's always the debate when you come here.
Yes, sir. But you'll see these guys make it work. They great bunch of guys. They're fast. They keep the cars pretty much in control, and you'll see the cream of the crop come to the front.
Yes, sir. You see Cornette right now continuing to hang on. Ramsdale right there behind him. Jacob Denson there as well, working their way down. 20 on the board of 120 here tonight. Cornette, Ramsdale battle for the race to lead. Let the 83 move forward. Here we go. That's Dakota Ramsdale going to take it here out front.
Yes, sir. I believe the 87's done gotten tires a little hot. Now you'll see him fall back. I bet you. But Ramsdale, he's got a fast car too. He's keeping her pretty smooth. So he's probably trying to save tires.
Look at Denson here taking advantage. He'll jump to the bottom, put the right rear right to the left rear quarter of the 87. And Denson going to move to second just like that, down into 1 if he can complete the pass. Problem is, you get down there on the bottom, you have to lift out. You can't get back in the throttle and get that thing to rotate.
Yeah, it's hard to get that drive up off the corner, but I believe, like I said, Cornette, I believe he's done got the tires hot, so it's a little easier on 79 passing there.
At least up front, everything kosher. Let's drop back here. Anthony Bowmaker running 19th, Paul Reckley, David Mayo, Jeremiah Gibbs, and Chris Mayo back here 23rd as well, on the 24th. So Chris not having the run he wanted here tonight either.
Well, he had a penalty to start the race, so he's kind of behind the 8 ball. But right now he's the first car lap down.
Right.
If he can if he can get a caution soon and get his lap back, you probably see him drive to the front.
Yeah, that's the hard part here tonight, right? Try to get that car back to the front. And to your point, getting through traffic as the 48 makes a run up to fourth over Stouffer. But getting that car back through traffic like you talked about without burning the tires up as you do it is one of the things you have to monitor.
Yes, sir. You kind of got to you kind of got to save them tires, but be very aggressive at the same time. And it's a hard thing to do, but like I said, this is a big group of guys, and I believe most of them can do it.
Well, right now it's been a pretty kosher day, right? We had one yellow early here, but we got back going. No big problems for the field right now as they were.
Oh! Look like the 80 got in the wall. Yeah, the 80 got in the wall.
Oh, they're still tight. Look at the movement on the bottom lane there. Cars buffering back and forth.
Yes, sir. They racing hard there. He stacked them up when he got in the wall. And they feel like it put a fire under all of them. They're trying to get going now.
Oh, 3 wide, watch out. Oh, boy.
Almost 4. Ooh, boy, oh, boy.
Tremendous job, though, keeping it green here, not making any major mistakes, right?
Yeah, like I told you before we come on air, I really thought it was going to be more cautions, but these guys are really getting it done.
Doing a well of a job keeping it clean.
Yes, sir, they are. Oh man, I'm surprised. I thought turn 1 and 2 was going to really bite some guys, but it's not.
Yeah, I am as well. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here. Again, we're 26 in, and so far, so good, knock on wood. We haven't seen turn 1 be that major issue that me and you both thought that would be there as we launched this off.
Yeah, and that also goes back to the point I keep making. This is a great group of guys, man. They're really good drivers. They make it work a lot of times whenever you see them sideways, and they'll still be making passes.
Taking a look, Denson putting pressure to the outside of Ramsdale. Denson trying to figure out how to make this work. You see that seam there just above the bottom lane. Being very careful to transition the car over the seam. Got to run down the front straightaway on Ramsdale here, right to the back bumper.
Yes, sir. Ramsdale keeping her out front, but he's got to be easy and not drive it too hard being out there by himself and burn them tires up. But so far, so well.
He made a mistake there off of 2. Got a little bit high up above. Got almost to the outside wall. Gathered the car back up. But that wheel cost the momentum down towards 3. Unfortunately, and we got a yellow on the racetrack. Oh, that is one car turned around.
That'd be Scott Phelps.
So Phelps has a problem. Wow.
Yeah. Pretty sure he wasn't the only one.
Taking a look here, and we'll get ready to take a look and see what happened. So Scott Phelps with a problem. 2 by 2, and here we go. Into the corner. Ooh.
Oh! Jeez.
Washed up the racetrack there, and that was all she wrote. Into the corner, one more look. 2 by 2, and it's just going to go really bad. Taking a look.
And 9 come right down into him.
Up the hill we go.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I believe that 9 probably got loose and came down, hooked that right rear, and that was all she wrote.
Here we go. Everybody down pit road here. This will be a set of tires right here at lap 30 of this event for a lot of these front running cars. You said they had what, 3 sets on pit road tonight?
Yes, sir. Plus the ones that they had on the car. So
this will leave them 2 sets.
Yep. You only had 4 sets totally. So
This is pretty much right on cue. 30. If you do the math, 30 laps on first set. If you do another 30, that puts you at 60. Another 30 puts you at 90. Another 30 should put you at 120. So that puts you right on math if you get 30 out of each set.
Getting 30 out of each set's the problem, though.
Yeah. Now, well, you paint yourself in a box now, taking this set right here at lap 30. That means to have equal tire laps on tires, you can't short pit between here and now and 60. If you pit again but before 60 and put tires on it, then it's going to put you one tire set down to everybody else. And that means you're going to have to run longer on a set at some point to make up for it.
That's exactly right. Me myself, I would have ran this one on out, but everybody's got their own thing.
If you use that math, Dustin, if you ran this one out to 60 instead of 30, then you would have basically have a whole extra set on pit road that you could put on really late, like for a green light checkered or something like that.
Oh, and actually, this is your stage break.
All right, so they're going to count this stage as well. Okay.
Yeah, because it's 30, 60, and 120.
Okay, so there we go.
That's what I was so quiet. I was sitting there really trying to find that.
So that also changes things. That means you're going to get a stage at 60, which means you've got to make this set of tires make it to 60. Right? I don't think you can play any strategy tire wise until 60. If you do, you're going to put yourself behind the 8 ball.
That's exactly right. And the thing is, another thing, you took that set here, you got to go to 60. That's another set. You got to hope that other set lasts you 60 laps.
It'll last you 60. That's not going to be the problem. The problem is the speed loss over 60. Where does that fall off? And you really don't have an extra set here to play games with, the way this is shaping up now.
That's right. Let's see here. Let's go to...
I always like to have at least one play game set. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You never know what you might get at the end of the race. Let's see. Ramsdale was running 30.7s at the start of that run. And at the end of that run, he was running 32.3s. So they fallen off 2 seconds. 2
seconds over 30 laps. I'm interested to see what the fall off would be in a full run. Do they kind of, you know this yourself, they fall off, but then they hit that wall to where they won't fall off any lower.
Well, you get to that point of them tires where you can't do nothing but slide, and it's either come get some tires or you end up in the wall.
Yeah, right. Kind of a lot like wet tires in that aspect, where when you heat those up, a big topic on road courses, you heat those up, they get soft, they wear. Same thing will happen over time to a slick in this particular scenario that we're in today.
That's exactly right. But we will see what happens. And, I mean, honestly, if you look at it 30, 60, 120, you should be able to use that third set at 90 and be good to go.
Yeah, you should. Here we go, coming to green, this time by a little bit of blinking there from Denson. Wonder if race control is taking a look at that. It's never good blinking on a restart like that.
Especially when you're the lead car. He's still blinking.
All right, I believe if I was race control, I'd take a look at that, because that is not pretty. Taking a look behind him. Austin Hunn. Nice run by Austin. Stephen Douglas Hines there into 3. Look at the cars move around again. Cold tires going to be a problem here tonight. The car's supposed to move around.
Yeah, them cold tires will bite you quicker than turn one will.
Yeah. Taking a look, Christopher, Jeffrey D. Peppers right there in the 48. Having a decent run. The Lowe's machine up into the top 7 right now. on board with him. And everybody right to the bottom of the rail. Whoa, you saw that car bobble.
Yeah, they're getting them done out there.
And you know, that doesn't look too bad on screen, but I promise you in the car, that is something you do not want to feel is that car bobble.
Yeah, that was about a half a turn of the wheel in the car.
Yeah, that's no bueno sauce.
Yeah, that's one of them pucker up and hope she sticks.
Taking a look high above the start finish line here as the field comes through yet again. The complete lap 35, starting lap 36 here tonight. Taking a look
Yes, sir.
48 still alongside. Just so hard to get the power down.
It is, and you see, and right there you see a couple of them getting a wall. Honestly, it looks like they're driving harder this run than they were last run. I'm wondering if the tires really didn't fall off as bad as we think they did.
I think it's a comfort thing, right? You start to get more comfortable with the car and what you can do with the car, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and start to push the issue a little bit further.
Yeah, and that'll get you in trouble sometimes too.
Well, fastest lap of the race for your leader was back at lap 35. Or fastest lap for him, not of the race, but for him it was a 30.845 back on lap 35, right as we started to go back to run.
Yes, sir. And from looking at that, right, Dakota Ramsdale, Christopher has the fastest lap so far of the race. That's your fourth place guy.
There's Stouffer. Nice job. So again, 38 on the board as we work it through. Let's take a look here at some of these guys' nights as they continue to circulate here. Taking a look at Stouffer. Started on the pole, slid back to fourth, holding on to fourth right now, doing a decent job.
Yes, sir. And honestly, you're seeing a lot of give and take, or a lot of give, less take than I thought you would see at Texas.
Yeah, guys are being very careful right now. Smartly so, though. They're doing a good job managing this track heat and what they need to do. Track temp right now is actually went up, Dustin. We're setting at about a 109 on track temp. Air temp up about a degree. So it has started to move up track temp wise.
And that's going to make them cars wiggle around a lot more than what they have been.
Yeah, you start to wiggle around more. You start to have more problems. That will affect the way this race plays out over the long term. But right now, the man that doesn't seem to have a problem is Benson, continuing to lead back through the pack a little ways. Taking a look at Drew back here in 23rd, one lap down. Cross, last car on the lead lap. Ramsey, Gardner, Shane Haas back here.
Yeah, it's easy to get out there out front like Denson is and overdrive your car and burn them tires up too. That's another thing you might want to look at. It looks pretty smooth right now, though.
It doesn't look like the car is bobbling around or doing anything too wild, at least at this moment. Pretty safe and sound right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's keeping it pretty smooth through them corners, so he should be all right.
You see Tedler losing a spot to Hund. There's Austin.
Yeah. And I figured he'd start making his way to the front, sitting in fifth right now.
Doing a heck of a job.
As always.
You want to do the extended view, buddy?
Yes, sir. And I just want to make a shout out. Chris Mayo making his way back through the field too.
Extended view activated here. Mayo moving forward. So everybody here tonight doing a wonderful, wonderful job of attempting to just keep everything calm and kosher for the moment. Now we got new things going. But again, it's very difficult, to judge where these tires are going to land here later. That's what I'm kind of looking at. They're saving them better than I thought they would.
Yeah, they really are. And honestly, it looks like they're driving the wheels off of them, but obviously they ain't.
Yeah, not too bad at all, honestly. There's a 13 race winner machine. And beautiful looking paint schemes out here tonight, Dustin. And that's something else that this whole league does pretty well, is beautiful looking race cars.
Yes, sir. And the 13 there with 4D Racewear, that's a good team they got going there, and a good sponsor.
Well, right now everything's still kosher up there. Taking a look. Jacob Denson continuing to hang on. Chris Cornett, good run for Cornett. Austin. Oh, I heard somebody get in the wall somewhere. Not sure.
I did too. Sounded like it was a good lick too.
Yeah, it really did. Denson. So, just for your reference, last time by, Denson ran a 32.0. The Ramsdale's 31.9. Jeffrey and Joseph battle for 9th and 10th. Austin Hunt going to move to 4th here. A good run for Hunt. Moving that car forward.
Yeah, that's another member of that 4D Racewear team. Them guys really got it going on.
A little bit of 4D chess going on, if you will.
Yes, sir. I heard it again.
I did too, but I don't seize it.
That's just them scraping it coming off the corner. It sounds way worse than what it is.
Right. Headward to the back bumper. I thought me and you were going crazy there for a moment.
Nah, I knew what I heard. I just can't figure out where it's coming from. So
you see Tedler going to jump under Cornett for position. Benson taking a look. Ramsdale there as well. Taking a look. Jacob Benson continuing to lead. Nice job by Jacob.
And that'll be 50 in the books right there.
That puts us, what, 10 to stage 2?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And 10 to halfway, too.
And look who's coming late in the run. There's Ramsdale. About a 10th a lap faster right now. Ramsdale really closing on the back bumper of Denson.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to get at earlier. You'll see some of them just take off, and then you'll see some of them just hold back. And I believe Dakota Ramsdale, I believe that's what he done. He sat there and held back, saved his tires, and now he's going to make a run at 79 of Denson as he takes the lead now.
And he change just like that.
And he'll take that stage, try to take that stage win. Denson comes back at him, though.
Good crossover out of Denson. Good drive down the back. I don't know if it's going to work. Get on the brakes, get on the brakes, get on the brakes.
He ain't going to have that drive off, I don't believe. And Dakota should clear him. And he does.
Nice job.
That's the end of that.
That's the end of that, Captain.
Yeah, I believe Denson went up there and just run the tires off of his while Dakota sat back there and saved. And obviously, you see what saving does.
Well, again, with 53 on the board, Matt Pedler, Kevin, Charlie there as well. So again, back single file we go. Taking a look at Austin Hunt moving forward. Good move for Hunt.
Yes, sir. I believe you're going to see him at the end of this thing. He'll probably be up front.
again, Dakota continuing to lead.
Yeah, you're probably going to see Dakota walk away from him here with them little bit fresher tires. Well, not really fresher, but cooler tires. Less worn, I should say.
Yeah, and that's the hard part, right?
Yes, sir. But like I was getting at earlier, man, you're going to see them do that. You're going to see them lay back, and then you're going to see some of them try to take off, but it's not going to work when you take off like that. You're going to wear them tires out, and they're going to come right back to you. I had to learn that the hard way myself. And Austin Hunn's up here running them down, too.
Yes, sir. There's Austin Hunn again doing a wonderful job.
Yes, sir. He's done up to third. I don't think he's going to have enough time to run them down with only 4 to go, but that's a heck of a run from mid-pack.
There we go. 56 on the board. Dakota continuing to lead.
Yeah, Hunn's gaining about 2 or 3 tenths a lap on him, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And Chris Mayo keep making his way up front too. He's going up under the 22 of Paul Wickley for 14th. Didn't quite make it stick yet.
Trying to figure it out. Let's see right here. 2x2. Nice job.
Yes, sir. Mayo takes 14th.
Nice job.
And as you see right there, Levi McCarty getting chased down by the 29. Good little battle between him and Bowmaker right there.
So again, there is Whitworth back there as well. Good run from Whitworth as well.
Yes, sir. He's sitting right behind Mayo and the 22 of Weckerly and Shane Haas and Bowmaker. I do believe that's 3 teammates in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too. And you take a look at Gardner back there as well. There is Gardner. Nice job.
Yes, sir. Gardner in that Spooby G Scooby-Doo machine. That's a nice looking ride.
And beautiful looking race car.
Yes, it is. And it looks like Austin Hunn's losing some ground on second now. I believe he done burnt the tires off coming through the field. But this shit right here should be the stage break.
And it should be it right here. And it will be Dakota picking up the stage right here. Ramsdale, Denson second. Austin's going to come on third. Stoker fourth. Eric on fifth. Matt sixth. Kevin seventh.
There we go.
There we go.
I was about to say, all right, so I guess they're not doing a stage break. They're just doing a stage.
Well, there we go. Checkered is out. So there we go, man. 61 complete. What are you thinking so far?
Man, these guys will keep fascinating me, man. I was surprised we didn't have a caution or two in that one stage, and we had none. So our theory at the beginning of the race was very untrue, and I'm glad it is. But I really thought it was going to be more wrecks. But I think these guys are going to come get them a set of tires and they about to run the mess out of it now because it's gonna be the final stage.
Well, there we go. Well, it'll be Dakota out front here. Nice job. So, man, it's been so much fun to watch so far.
It always is with the BMRL guys. They like I said, man, they're a different breed. They drive. There's some great drivers. They got a lot of respect for each other, and you're seeing it happen right now. I mean, can't ask for a much better race.
Well, down pit road, here we go. We'll be second set of tires here.
Honestly, I can't wait to see these guys in Indy cars. That's gonna be a sight to see.
Oh, yeah.
Take a bunch of four-wheel fender guys and put them in a car with no fenders at all. It's gonna be a big adjustment to make. And if y'all watching on YouTube, man, y'all want any part of that IndyCar league, go hit up them recruitment races and get on in here with these guys. You see how good of drivers they are. You beat these guys, you're doing something.
So it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be crazy to see that IndyCar series, man.
Some very fast cars at some very small tracks, except for a few of them. Especially these over tracks that they're going to. There's going to be some tight, very, very, very fast racing, and they're going to need a lot of getting a whole less lot of take.
Yes, sir. Well, buddy, I'm going to step away and take a quick restroom break before we go back green.
10-4, buddy. As you see these guys rolling around, they should be lining up for the green here in a minute. You got Dakota Ramsdale on out front. Then you got Jacob Denson, Austin Hunn, Chris Stouffer, Charlie Harcum, Kevin Grittenberger, Chris Cornett, Joseph Tucker, Levi McCarty done drove up there to the. Well, actually, I think he fell back a little bit. You got Anthony Bowmaker in 10th. Shane Haas, and then you got Chris Mayo drove all the way from the back with a penalty to put him a lap down to start with. He's in 12th place, making a heck of a run to the front. And when they come back green, that'll be your final stage of the night, and it's gonna be a good one because you're gonna have a stage. You ain't gonna have a stage in the middle. You're gonna have a green flag pit stop, hopefully, and you'll see a lot there. As you see Bowmaker take his wave around, put him back on the lead lap, I do believe. No, it'll give him a lap back though. Put him 12 laps down. All right, they go 2 by 2 by 2. Get ready to take this green flag.
Well, we're about to go back green, man.
Yes, sir. Brandon Bowmaker just got one of his laps back. Caught up with the back of the field, and they lined up ready to go.
So we're going to go green with 55 remaining here tonight. So pretty good run to the end here. Let's see how this works out. 55 lap run, right on that fuel mileage number we talked about.
Yeah, if you don't see a wreck here in the middle of this stage, you're gonna see some green flag pit stops and some strategy play in. We'll see what happens though.
We'll see how it plays out. Coming to green this time by. Here we go. Green
Yes,
flag
sir.
in the air. Let's rock.
Dakota gets a heck of a start again. Gets way out there in front of him. And Austin Hunn under the fencing for second. See if he can take it from him.
Austin trying, not enough yet. Momentum back to the outside lane here.
Oh, caution. Oh, my Lord. That's a big wreck.
Oh, boy. Let's take a look.
Ooh, had one up in the air almost over.
Oh, my. That's the 87 right here.
Just gets loose in turn one.
Up the hill and just gets clocked.
Oh, man. I don't know who it was that hit him, but
Somebody
he gave him the hawk tour.
You ain't kidding. That
Oh,
was
it was the two Shane Haas.
or
I think.
Hines. Steven.
Oh, yeah, Hines, my bad.
Ooh.
Man, that was a lick.
And we just got done talking about your fuel numbers. This is going to put it on a very interesting run to the end type of scenario because
this is going to be a view right here.
On board. Taking a look. You see the car spinning in front. The one at Tedler about lost it, and he just lost him in the smoke. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think Hines thought he was going to float to the top of the track and end up in front of them other guys, but he thought wrong and he was the one that hit him. That was a hard lick.
So while you're riding around under yellow here, if you're one of these drivers now, you can save a little bit of fuel here. This is going to help that because it was going to be a 55 lap run, but now we got yellow flags, right? And it's about 2 yellow flag laps to 1 green flag lap. So that's going to help with fuel saving here.
Yeah, and honestly, you will probably see 1 or 2 people try to make it all the way to the end here. Because if they take it easy on their tires and their fuel, they can make it. But it just depends on how much time they're going to lose trying to save that much.
Well, now that we got the yellow here, and I would, if I'm these drivers, I feel okay. I'd feel a lot better if we get 1 more yellow.
Yeah, but honestly, the way the rest of the race is going, I don't think we're going to see one. But I'm a do the same thing you just did a minute ago, and I will be right back.
10-4, son. 10-4. Good deal. Dakota, Austin up front. Decision-making time. Do you come down pit road here and top off? Do you stay out? You got to make some calls here on how you're going to play this strategy out with 52 laps remaining here tonight. So we go through this time. Let's see if lights go off. They do not. So that means we'll go green with about 50 laps remaining. Really giving an opportunity here to save enough fuel to be in great shape, I think. I don't see it being a problem. I actually think this is the best case scenario for these guys. So again, lights on the pace car. Down the back straightaway. Again, 69 complete. This will bring us to 51 to go. Decisions here tonight. How do you play this out? And this is going to be really fun to see the strategy call being made. Down the front straightaway. Lights off on the pace car. So here we go. Run to the end. Now at 50 laps here. In the green this time by. So this will be interesting. In the green. We're ready to go. 70 and 120 complete this time by. Field ready to rock and roll. Coming to green out of turn 4. Let's go back at it. We're back underway here. 71 on the board, headed for green. So we're headed for home tonight. Tucker right there. Christopher, Kevin Gittenberger there as well.
Yes, sir. Let's see if they get back to turn 1 this time.
They do. Nice job. So far, at least.
Yes, sir.
3-1.
Yep.
That's a little dicey.
Got one in the wall in the back of the pack, but other than that, everything clean.
There's Mayo back here. And again, Mayo had that penalty to start tonight, now up to 15. So he has moved forward, not as far forward as he'd like to be, though.
Yeah, but I think he's probably going to play some pit strategy here.
Yeah.
He's a very smart guy, so
just kind of play it out, right?
Yes, sir. I think you'll see him finish a lot higher than that, but we will see. And Dakota Ramsdale and Denson out walking away from him again.
Yes, sir.
Austin Hunn back to 4th and Charlie Harcum 3rd.
Ramsdale continuing to hang on right now.
You got Adam Gardner trying to get a spot back there. Think he will get it.
Bowmaker back here. Oh, that got tight.
Hey, yes, it did. He sent it in there and it didn't work.
That was about very, very bad, very, very fast.
Yeah, but a lot of respect. He kept it off of him.
Had to really lift to do it, though, but made it happen. Nice job.
Oh, and Adam Gardner slings it to the bottom of the 23. I don't think he's going to stick, though. He's still there.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Racing picking up here.
Yes, sir. Getting very tight right here in the middle of the pack. Adam Gardner still under the 23 of Shane Haas. He might make it happen right here. Slings it in there.
Can he
almost
the pass?
Not quite yet. Oh, he makes it happen as Haas gets in the wall. The 48 of Jeffrey Peppers gets under him too.
A little bit of battling up here as well. Jacob Denson closing on Dakota. Battle for 5th. Austin Hunn right there in that battle.
Yes, sir. Austin Hunn's falling back, though. I think he's saving. I think he's going to try some pit strategy here.
Just trying to save a little bit and get to the end, right?
Yes, sir. I think them guys up front are running their stuff out. I don't think they can make it, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Ramsdale continuing to lead. Jacob Denson back here. Here comes Hercom. Here comes Stouffer, Tucker, Austin. Nice run for Austin Hund as well. Top 6. Stouffer going to move to 3rd.
And Tucker takes the spot from Austin Hund. Falls back to 6th.
Hercom still with a battle with Stouffer. So we got battles all over the racetrack right now.
Yes, sir. It's heating up. Them boys know it's getting down to go time. Starting to see it.
Getting down to about 40 laps to go. Things going to start picking up in a hurry.
Yes, sir. And like I said, I don't think them top two's going to make it, but you might see something about 5th on back. Them guys might try to make it all the way back, all the way to the end.
It'll be decisions, right? It'll be how do you handle it.
But, and like I said earlier, it's all in how much you're losing to save that much. Because not only do you got to save probably about 5, maybe 6 laps of fuel, you also got to make them tires last, 60 laps?
Yeah.
And as you seen earlier, 30 laps in the first couple of stages, and them boys were sideways. So
yeah, that's going to be the problem, right?
Yes, sir. Decision
time. Dakota, nice run.
And everybody's starting to fan out and settle in now.
And
Chris,
good on him, man, to keep it rolling, right?
Like I keep saying, man, I thought it was going to be a whole lot more wrecks. We've only really seen 2 wrecks the whole race, and we're 81 laps in. So these boys are doing a real good job.
It's been impressive, that's for sure.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. A group of guys make this many laps at Texas without somebody spinning.
Somebody making a boo-boo or something like that.
Yep, and Denson's starting to run down Ramsdale in the lead.
Slowly but surely.
Yes, sir.
He is closing. He's almost there.
0.2 behind him. 0.3 behind him last lap. 0.2.5 this lap.
0.2 in closing. $84 on the board, and we've seen this before. Denson starting to close the gap. I think he's got plenty of time to get there now.
Oh, most I can't even talk. Most certainly he does. And also Drew Pro getting in the wall pretty hard back there, but he keeps it going.
He's got plenty of time. He's just got to get there.
Yeah, he's just got to keep it smooth and not overdrive it. That's probably going to be his problem, is overdriving it, because he lost about 1.5 on that lap. Almost 2 tenths.
Be easy, right? That's all you can do.
Slower is faster. Back up them corners and get a good drive off.
That Ramsdale 0.5 of a second to get. Man, oh man, 85 complete. Going to be very, very interesting to watch, man.
Yes, sir. And I do believe Chris Mayo just picked up 2 spots in one corner.
Mayonnaise.
He did. He passed Shane Haas and Paul Wickley in one corner.
So Mayo laying the mayonnaise down, huh?
Yeah, Mayonnaise is picking it up right here at the end of this race. I told you. You're going to see him come to the front and the 22 and 80 get together.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Get
whoa, whoa,
together
whoa,
again.
whoa, 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 up the hill. That was about trouble. That got him up into the dirty line of the very top of the racetrack there.
That, and he almost hooked himself off of the 22, but they kept it rolling, so good job on them.
That could have been a lot worse.
Yes, it could have. That could have been a right hook into the wall and the end of somebody's night. Oh, 36 sideways, but he saves it. What a save. He was wrecked twice in a straightaway.
Let's take a look here. He gets in there, gets up there on that gray area, the dirty portion. And let's see, above that seam, and there's a little bit of contact.
Oh. That's some driving right there.
Yeah, that was
a
great job.
Yeah, what a job to keep that one straight.
Gardner on pit road, so Gardner down pit road right now.
And here's your pit strategy starting already.
32
Gardner's
to go.
Sounded like somebody blew up.
That might be Gardner. He's been on pit road for about 38 seconds now.
Oh. No bueno.
No bueno for Gardner. Take a look here. Denson continuing to close on Ramsdale little by little here.
Our Gardner coming off pit road now. He's fell off 2 more tenths, so and now 2 more tenths that lap. So Dakota's starting to walk away with it, and you see Austin Hunn going for 3rd. He make the pass. He makes it.
Taking a look at Tucker right there in line, back to 5th or 6th. Joseph Tucker trying to move for the top 5 here. Try to get a good top 5 finish here tonight.
Yes, sir. They are really, you can tell they're getting a little bit more aggressive now. Yeah. You only got, what, 10 to 100, so you got 30 laps left?
Yes, sir.
It's going to start heating up. Pit strategy is going to come into play as 13 gets in the wall. And Dakota's almost got it out to a 2nd lead. If I was him,
here comes the pit road. Here we go. Pit strategy.
As well as Denson from 2nd place. If I was Dakota right now, I'd start slowing up and I'd start saving. Make this thing make it all the way to the end.
If he thinks he can. If he don't think he can, go ahead and come down now. Don't lose time on old tires. That would be the other side to it.
Yeah, but
and here he comes right here.
If he didn't come this time, I was going to say he probably, made his decision.
Hun coming with him.
And that puts Chris Stouffer out front. Joseph Tucker 2nd, Kevin Grettenberger 3rd. Chris Mayo's up to 7th.
Mayonnaise right there. But don't look now. Jeffrey D. A little bit different pit strategy. He's got 5 laps more fuel than everybody else. Would that be enough to stay out and make it work?
Yeah. Yes, it would.
There we go.
But like I said, you also got to save them tires. You got a bunch of guys coming down pit road now. Chris Stouffer, looks like Joseph Tucker, and Kevin Grittenberger.
There they go. They'll come down pit road. Now keep in mind, 5 laps more fuel on 48 to 48. That could be the winning play if he thinks he can make it.
Yes, sir. And Gardner with them fresh tires runs up on Mayo and Dakota Ramsdale.
Ooh, be careful.
Ooh.
So Levi McCartney staying out right now. Matt Kedler staying out. Mr. Jeffrey is staying out for now. Mayo staying out. Haas is staying out. Gibbs is staying out. David Mayo is coming down this time. And then Jacob Denson, the first car on fresh tires.
Yes, sir. And I'm wondering if that 24 Chris Mayonnaise is gonna try to make it, try to
stretch it.
steal a win here.
4:25 to go. Jeffrey D to pit road, so he's gonna bail and come down pit road. So if Jeffrey couldn't make it, I don't think anybody else did, because he had what 5 laps more fuel than anybody else out there.
But that could also have been tires. He could have burned his tires off of it. And Chris has been back here just letting people go and just riding. I honestly think Chris can make it.
Will Chris roll the dice and try to get there?
As of right now, he's only got 2 ahead of him, and most everybody behind him is a lap down. So they got to catch him with a little over 20 laps left, and then run him back down again and pass him for the win.
Well, let's do some math real quick. He's 34 laps into his run. He's got 24 to go. That means he'd have to run 58 laps on this tank. Keep in mind, we had a couple of caution laps. Can he squeeze enough out of that fuel tank to make it?
Yeah. It's not hard to save at this track, because you can dive it in the corner and let it roll.
Right.
Just let it roll, and then get back on the gas, and you can make it happen. This is one of them tracks you can really use gas saving and pit strategy and all, and make it happen.
Well, Mayo flying here up to 3rd. Tedler's staying out right now, so is Levi.
Yes, sir. Chris is about almost 4 seconds behind Levi. So
it's definitely a strategy play.
And they ain't come yet. I don't think they're coming, honestly.
Yeah.
Unless they're hoping that a caution comes out
at some point here between now and then. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What can you do? 100 on the board. It's kind of like what can you do with a Kit Kat bar.
But I will say, if Chris can make this happen, he will literally have came from dead last to win it.
Yeah.
Dead last, a lap down, and he's got a chance at winning this thing.
Oh,
there he comes to pit road.
There he comes. Oh, winning.
Now, does he get tires or does he just get fuel?
Yeah, I think let's see. I'm going to say fuel and tires. Let's see. Oh, went through the box a little bit. Backed it up. Yep, he's getting tires.
He's getting tires. At least right sides. Drop that right side.
4 tires and go.
Yeah.
So now there's only 2 cars that have not pitted. That's McCartney and Chris Cornett have not pitted.
No. McCarty and Telder.
Telder's down pit road. He done went down.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't think he did.
Yep, there he is coming off. So now
okay.
Now it's McCarty out front. Has not pitted.
Pitting right now.
That'll hand the lead to Denson.
Boy, it's really heating up now.
So now, can Denson hold off Dakota Ramsdale?
I don't think he can. That Dakota's got a fast car. That thing is on rails. But I think you'll see Dakota sit here and ride behind him. I don't think you'll see much. I think he'll get up to that back bumper and ride.
Yep.
And he'll pass him with about 5 to go.
With 18 to go, here we go into 1 and 2 lap traffic. Right there, the 6.
He moves out the way. That's a good man there.
Good job.
That's a stand-up move right there. Just move out the way.
Denson, Dakota, Austin Hunt up to 3rd. Austin, great move. Up to P3 here tonight.
And actually, yeah, there it goes. finally updated.
Man, this is gonna be wild.
So Dakota's 0.370 behind Jacob. So see what it is this coming lap, because it looks like he's closing and closing fast.
He is closing with 16 laps to go. He's got plenty of time to get there as well.
Yes, sir. And he gained almost a whole tenth that one lap. He is to his back bumper, ladies and gentlemen.
Gosh, you know one thing passing. Gonna be another one here.
I think he'll make light work of him.
Oh,
Dakota's got a really fast car.
He is right there with 15 to go.
He's riding right now, I'm telling you. He's riding. He's going to wait to make that move.
15 to go.
I say that as he tries to stuff it under him.
You hear him playing with the throttle on exit.
He's also got a lap car right there above him.
Yeah, he does. He's got to play that smart here.
All right, lap car's gone.
14 to go. Track temp right now at 108.
Give it about 5, maybe 6 laps, and he'll stuff it under him. I think he's just riding. He's trying to let him know, hey, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
He's trying to scare him. Trying to get in his head right now. He's just riding behind him. He'll make that move right here at the end.
13 to go this time by. Jacob, 13 to go.
Yes, sir, as they're getting into lap traffic, but they're being pretty respectful and getting out of the way, though.
Man, oh man. Decision time in Texas.
It's about to heat up, I'm telling you. About 4 or 5 more laps, maybe more.
Well, right now, he's just stalking him right now in second. Just staying close enough.
Just trying to get in his head and let him know, hey, I'm here. He'll pull up to his back bumper and say, hey, buddy. Man, oh man. I believe you'll see that move happen in 1 and 2. He's way better than Jacob in 1 and 2. Jacob gets him on 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 he can really drive right up to his back bumper.
Oh yeah, he's right there on him, and I mean all over him.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy, this is going to get good here at the very end.
Yes, sir, and they're almost 3.5 seconds in front of third place. That is a gap.
Yes, sir.
These boys right here, like I told you before, the cream of the crop will come to the front. They're here.
They have arrived.
Austin Hunt's closing quick though. He gained almost a half a second right there in that lap.
Yeah, as they start the battle, and I think that's going to open it up. You see Gardner back here side by side with Gettenberger. That's for position.
Yeah, I believe once you see them front two get side by side, Austin will run them right on down.
Don't look now, but Denson's actually opened that gap back up a little bit.
I was about to say the same thing, but as you say that, Dakota pulls right on back up a little bit more.
It's going to be very interesting to how you play this. You got to think about the aero weight behind Denson here that Dakota's trying to fight through. That aero weight can get you if you're not careful.
Yes, sir. And Dakota probably also got them tires a little hot. He's probably cooling them down. Make a run right here with about 4 or 5 to go.
Yeah, both these cars on kilter right now.
And don't look now, but Austin Hunt pulling fast. He's pulling on them. I don't think he's going to have enough time. but he is definitely making ground.
Definitely trying. Like you said, I don't think he'll get there in time, but he is definitely trying to the best he can. Make up enough to try to get there.
And honestly, right now, I swear I think Dakota's just overdriving the corner trying to get to him.
Yeah, I think that's what's hurt him here. You talk about
Because you see him,
overdriving that car.
you see him pull up on him now. He backed his corner up a little bit as Jacob gets in the wall.
Oh boy, this is going to be big.
Yeah, here he comes.
Almost to the back bumper.
0.3 of a second ahead of him that time, and actually Jacob gained a little bit that lap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dakota's overdriving the corner, trying to catch him. Be 5 to go when they get to the line this time. If he's gonna make a move, he needs to make it soon.
Well, he's running out of, like you said, running out of time here. Coming to 5 laps to go.
And Austin Hunn's got it under 3 seconds behind now.
Got it down to 2.1. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get there, but definitely close here later.
Yes, sir.
Tedler and Gardner still going at it back here.
Austin needs them 2 front guys to get side by side if he wants to make ground. Oh, Dakota missed the corner.
Yeah. He just overdrove the car. Paul back here with a battle with Anthony Bowmaker side by side. Gardner side by side as well. And that's one thing that your leader don't want to see is a late race caution here.
That's right.
Gap up front, steal 0.3 of a second.
But on the other hand, they don't have no tires left in them on pit road, so the best thing they could do right now is to cool them down is to get a caution. So I don't know.
0.6 the gap now, starting to open back up. Hunn's got it down under 2 seconds, but just too far back and too little time.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it there, but I do believe Jacob's got this one in the bag. Coda's fell back a lot now. He's almost to a second behind him now.
Yep. Denson in great shape here, coming to 2 to go.
Yeah, Dakota can't even keep it on the white line now. He's pushing up in the corners and all, so I believe he shot them tires and Jacob saved enough.
Yeah, you see him lift up. You see Denson lift as hard as he can here. A little blink out of Denson. It's okay. Matt Tedler, Jeffrey D. Kevin Gittenberger up here in the battle as well with 2 to go. That'll be for position. All your race leader Denson wants to see this is the white flag wave, which he'll receive this time by Denson. Will see 1 to go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. 4 more good corners from Jacob, and he'd bring them on home.
You see the car lifting nice and easy, gets to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got, one more set of corners. That's
yes,
all
sir.
he needs.
I believe he knows he's got it in the bag. He's just making it through the corners. He ain't trying to push. Just 2 more good qualifying corners.
And here you go. Jacob Denson gonna do it.
That's it, folks. Dakota Ramsdale second, Austin Hunn third, Charlie Harcum fourth, Stouffer fifth, Joseph Tucker sixth, Grettenberger seventh, Telder eighth, McCarty and Peppers 9th and 10th.
So Denson, great job.
And Chris Mayo almost got a top 10 out of there. Adam Gardner 11th. Chris Mayo 12th.
There we go. Well, that was a heck of a race.
Yes, it was. That was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot of wrecks.
Yeah, I mean, I did too. but it worked out pretty well.
Yes, it did. Honestly, I thought them three sets of tires in pit road wasn't going to be enough, but you guys showed you it is.
Well, we'll start gathering guys up here for interviews here in a moment. That was a fun night.
Yes, it was. I'm glad I made it.
There's Dakota. All right, first one we're gonna talk to when we get them all gathered up here. There's Austin. Get up here in a way to get everybody gathered. Man, that was a great race.
Yes, it was. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought Austin was gonna come on back and get him, but he didn't run out of time.
I mean, yeah, that was a heck of a race. And like you said, I thought he was gonna get there, just ran out of time here. All right, let's talk to Jacob. Hey, Jacob, Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Well, you had the old Dakota there beating on your bumper there for a little bit, but you were able to kind of pull it together and make it happen. I think he burned his stuff up. Once he did that, you were able to get away.
Yes, sir. We a little pit strategy there at the end. I short pitted him by a couple laps, and I think that was the deciding factor. I got a pretty good lead on him, and I knew he was going to chase me down, but I guess he burned his stuff up trying to get to me.
Well, man, you did a good job once he got there to you to kind of play the air game and keep him behind you.
Yeah, it worked out. That clean air made a big difference because when he was in front of me, I couldn't get close to him.
Yeah, the same thing happened there to him. Just he would get to your bumper, not much you could do.
Yep.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie. That first run before the run before the end of the second stage, I thought it was gonna be the same at the end of the race because Dakota saved his stuff and run you down and got that stage win, but didn't happen that last stage.
Yeah, I did conserve just a little bit more. I learned a lot in that second stage as far as that right front because I think after that second stage, I was pretty burnt up. So I tried to take it a little bit easier at the beginning of that last run, and I think it worked out for me.
Yes, sir. It definitely did. Well, buddy, you got any sponsors? Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Absolutely. B&H Racing, B&H IT. If you got any IT needs, give them a call. Feltz Media, and of course, Little Miami Brewing. Great place up in Cincinnati. If you're ever in the area, go check them out.
Yes, sir, man. Congratulations. Great job here tonight, buddy.
Appreciate it, brother.
All righty. There you have it. All right, Dakota, you got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Well, you got to the back bumper. There was about 13, 14 to go, but you got in that dirty air and there wasn't much you could do.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I would have loved to have the win tonight, but walking away with 2 stage wins, clean racing up here. I can't gripe about it. Me and the crew chief, we were debating on pitting 92 or 95, and we decided on 95, and he ducked off at 92 or 3. And so we knew we had to pit that next time around. And then I was coming out of the exit, and crew chief was like, yeah, he's right there, and he had a couple second lead, so I knew I had to drive it somewhat hard. I mean, I didn't drive it too hard getting to the back bumper, but I kind of overheard him talking. Yeah, once I got to his back bumper, there was just no way I could get around him, no matter what I tried.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna run. I thought you was gonna run him down like you did in the second stage, but you must have burnt your stuff up there at the end.
Yeah, I wanted to. The garage is saying that my right front was 300 degrees at the end of it, and I knew that was pretty hot. So I gave it all I could. I was searching for a line there, and nothing was quicker than running the bottom. And I got up to his bumper, and I just couldn't get around him. It was a good race.
Yeah, it was. I was telling Matt before the race even started, I thought it was going to be a lot of wrecks going in 1 and 2. Y'all surprised us, man. That was very, very clean racing.
Yeah, it kind of surprised me too, especially after the first. I think the first caution came out at lap 11, and I was like, man, I really hope this ain't another Martinsville. And of course, it worked out just fine, and we had a lot of green flag laps, and that's what I think everybody likes and wants. So
Oh,
Yeah, it was my bad, Matt. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a very clean race, man. It was a great one to watch.
yeah, for sure.
You got any sponsors you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I'll just shout out my crew chief, my dad. He's been there almost every race this season when he has a internet from old Elon Musk. And then my wife that's watching, and anybody else that's watching, cheering me on. Of course, I'll shout out Big Tex Autoplex. If y'all are in a used car market for any used cars, they'll ship all over the United States. Look them up on BigTexAutoplex.com. Tell them I sent you.
Yes,
10-4. Congratulations.
Cool. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the broadcast.
You're
Yes,
welcome,
sir.
man. All right, Austin, you got a copy on him, man.
Sir.
Well, you were closing on the top 2 late. Just ran out of time there, buddy.
Yeah, it was I was catching them. I was trying my best, but ran out of laps to go.
How many more laps you think you needed to get there?
Judging by the lap times and stuff, I mean, probably 10 laps I would have been there.
Just ran out on you.
Yep, just ran out of laps to go, but that's how it goes. For some reason, I can't be fast on fresh tires. I got it figured out where I'm slow on fresh tires, and I just come back at the end of the run. See.
Well, that's a heck of a points night, though. You the points leader right now, so third place ain't bad for points.
No, that might keep me up there. I don't know where Jacob finished in the stages. I know he was up there. I think second, third stages.
Exactly. That's really all you need is good top 5 finishes, man.
Yeah, it doesn't take wins to win a championship. It's going to be up here every weekend.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yes, sir. Well, who else you got to give a shout out to, buddy?
First off, the wife and the kiddos for letting me sit down and do this. It's the chaos when it comes time to sit down and do race, trying to get the kids in bed. So, get the trooper for handling that part of it. And then, group of 40 guys I'm racing with this year. And then, with myself and I for getting out there driving the race car.
Yes, sir.
10-4.
All right,
Congratulations on your third place, buddy.
Thank you.
All righty, man. Congrats, buddy.
Sir. See y'all next week.
See you next
Yes,
week,
sir.
my man. All righty, Dustin. We're off to Dover next week, my man.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a fight.
Yes, sir. The Monster Mile to lead us off next week. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to the BMRL Racing Network. The BMRL Xfinity Series. Again, we'll be back tomorrow night with the Truck Series. Mr. Dustin here has got that one for you.
Yes, sir. And we'll probably have Austin Hunn as an end race reporter again tomorrow.
There we go. Well, again, thank you guys for coming out. It's been a great night. We'll see you guys next time right here on the BMRL.